everybody out there in TikTok land, Facebook world, YouTube, everywhere this video is going to go out and into. So, we are into the new time. It's new time. Man, I got something in my eyeball. What the hell? All right, so it is new time. It is time for new things. If you don't do new things, you will always be forced to remain where you are. And we don't want that. We want new. Because if we don't do the new things, we're bound and destined to stay the same. Now, if you're happy with yourself being the way you are, then that's fine. Don't do new things. Don't try new things. Just remain in that stagnant world that you live in. No, it's all good. Oh, and what I'm talking about, new things. It's time for new. Is that we got some new? You see that bright light shining on me? Oh, spotlight. Woo. No, it's not a spotlight. It is my new stickers that are going to be going on my new prints that I'm getting made up and things like that. So it's all shiny and new. It is the 412 silver sticker that's going on all of the product. Whenever a print gets sold, that will be slapped on top of it. And speaking of prints, the new prints came in yesterday for the Job 3 cover. These have been selling pretty well, and these are the new semi-gloss prints to be going out to fan bases right now. If you haven't ordered one, go ahead and order one. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. And things are moving, grooving, shaking up, and doing good things. So, I appreciate the likes out there, the love, the little hearts floating up. I do appreciate everybody stopping in, checking out the channel. Please like, share, and follow. And if you don't already follow me on my other socials, boom, go right up here. This shirt is one that is for sale right now. This is an original creation of mine. And if you don't believe me, here's the painting right there. And it does have this on the back that tells you that it is a one of one right there. Right there. So if you want to order this one, you can. You can hit me up for the original for this. Good morning, Mr. Joe Roy. Mr. Roy Joe Twinkle Toes Sparkle Butt Bradley Twilight Jr. I'm glad you stayed awake for this upcoming show. I know you'll probably be jetting out because you're going to fall asleep, or maybe the phone will fall on your face or something like that as you're holding it up, watching the show, and then you're going to fall asleep and it's going to go smack, and you're going to go, what? What happened? I honestly didn't even stay up and watch the game. Last I saw, we were up by a good margin at the half, 59 to 42 or something like that. And the series is in the bag. Thursday night will be the conclusion. Oklahoma City will hoist that trophy up and be like, ha ha, I told you suckers so. All right. But anyway, enough about that. But thank you for the congratulations on the Thunder winning game. What was that, 5? Last night. 120 to 102, I believe was the final score. As I looked at it this morning. Not that I remember, but you know. He said, yes! All right, so Thursday night is the conclusion of this series with the Thunder wrapping it up. 128 to 112 is my final guess. Game 6 is the Thunder's, bub. Yeah, I agree. 100%. So, again, like, share, and follow. Don't forget to start ordering shirts from me. Get my exclusive Joker, Maniacal Joker. Get my Bad Habits series right here. Get my American Horror right here. Get my Chester Bennington right here. And I'm also going to have an Ivan Moody, a Dexter available, and a few others pretty soon as it moves along. So those are the things that I'm talking about getting new. And I'm looking for the new stuff to come in, like I said. So these are new. These are going to be stuck on each and every print that goes out from now on, that gets purchased. I'm going to have to order a whole bunch more of those. But these are the new 11 by 17 prints that will be sold everywhere right here. So this is my standard stock from now on. 11 by 17 is what I'm going to be carrying. Now in my prints for canvas prints, none of these are prints down here, but these are my canvases that I actually painted. There will be prints made available of these as well, and they will be 16 by 20s. This is a 12 by 16, so 16 by 20 is a lot bigger. About here, and about here. So you got 4 inches extra all the way around of all these. So I look forward to those. 16 by 20s is what's going to be the size of the prints, and it's a lot cheaper than buying the original. So if you are always want to buy 2 of the well, hit me up in DMs and we'll talk. Mr. Kirk Holt, welcome to the broadcast. Glad to see you up bright and early this morning, sir. And happy Father's Day to you as well. I sent you a Father's Day message. Love you, bro. We got to do that. We got to do what we talked about. We got to get back to the whole phone call conversation stuff, brother. And yeah, just hit me up and I'll get you 2 shirts ordered. Just give me your size that you want, and we'll go from there. So, but yeah, good to see you. All right, so new is happening. I've got new drawings going on. I'm behind on some things. I'm playing catch up on a lot of things right now because life hasn't always been very conducive this past few days or so. It's been off. Um, it's been in one of those funk moods where medium and a large. Okay, gotcha. I'm writing you down right now. Joker. Okay. Those are 25 a piece for those sizes. Just letting you know. And so life has been off here at the homestead for the past few days. It's just been off. It's just been one of those things that you just you see it, but you don't address it. You just let it happen, and you can't always do that. So you've got to do things that are new, and you know you got to apologize for things too, and it's just one of those things that you don't want it to continue on. Oh, so you need three shirts? Because I said a medium and a large. But if you need three, we can get you three. You said 2 originally. So 3 shirts. Okay, cool. And a large. Okay. So medium and double larges. That means 2 larges, not 2XL. That means large and a large. All right, 25 each, man, and we'll get you on that. So, oh, you want me to sign them? I can do that. I'm gonna have to find a marker that will last, especially if you wear them. All right, putting autographed on there, and we're going from there. This is going right up on my computer, so I do not forget, and I will get those ordered. All right, so well, I appreciate it. You're my favorite too, man. One of my favorites out there. Got the girlfriend, and then got some local friends, and then you're if you were local, we'd be hanging out all the time. I'm pretty sure. And so be doing some dinners and things like that, just like I do with my one friend here in town. But no, you have to look at life in different ways. Are you gonna stay the same and do the same stuff that keeps you in a rut, that keeps you on that hamster wheel, or are you going to change things up enough so that you aren't on that constant hamster wheel on a regular basis, you know? And sometimes you got to look internally because, like I talked about on one of my other shows, is that with the sinkhole show, we have stuff that festers in our own lives that cause that sinkhole in us, and we don't change it. We just watch it happen. And I've done that for years. I let things happen, and I shouldn't. And that's on me. Like I said, everything that happens in my life, I have to blame on me. I can't blame it on somebody else. And it's normally we talk about comic books and artwork and prints and things for upcoming, but we also talk real life here on this show. So if real life is not your thing and you're here for comic books and artwork and movies and things like that, uh, you got to muddle through the real life stuff every now and again because we do talk that here too. So because real life happens, real life is not something that we live in a fantasy realm like Matrix or anything like that. Oh, take the red or blue pill. Which one are you taking? And you know, because this pill makes you see and stay the same. This pill changes everything. You know. So which pill are you taking? Are you going to have everything stay the same, or are you going to change some circumstances in your life to hopefully make things better? Um, like a job change. Will that make things better for you? Will it save you time and money? You know, I got a friend that's doing that same thing right now, uh, requesting a transfer, which will only cause her 20 minutes in traffic, as opposed to nearly 2 hours in traffic. You know, and so it's a no-brainer. And save yourself some time and money, gas, uh, commute, all that good stuff. And things are going to slow down with some of the stuff that I get around this place, because I don't have room for it. What can a person watch today that isn't so yuck? Yeah, I mean that's a good point right there, because most everything today that they make as far as movies and TV shows and things like that, it it's geared. and and it's tough to find something good to watch. I mean, they're even getting ready to remake Little House on the Prairie, and I think they're going to butcher that. I don't think it's going to have the same feel that it did from the original. You know, and I don't think it's going to be your wholesome family TV show anymore. And pretty soon, what are they going to do? Remake Seventh Heaven? I mean, uh, if you've watched any of the Hollywood Demons or something like that on Netflix, or is it Netflix? It's out there on one of the streaming channels. I can't remember. I think it's Netflix, but you know, it's some of the stuff that gets talked about on that show. It's very disturbing, and yeah. So those are things that people left the same and didn't change. You know. And Kirk, I don't know if you were here for the show just a little bit ago, but we do have new stickers that are going on all of our new prints that are coming out. These nice little shiny stickers will be affixed to any print that gets sold. This is the Job 3 cover, and people are already buying this one up. So they are going to get this sticker on it with my autograph and all that good stuff. I'm not saying you guys. I'm just saying that that's some of the new stuff that's coming in. That's the reason for the title uh, up there. And let's see, are we getting any conversation over here? No, there is no conversation over here. Don't even have any viewers on Facebook yet. That's so sad. They'll catch up whenever they watch this live. Well, watch the recording because it shows me how many people actually watch it to the fulfillment and the end. And so it's always fun and exciting. But that's what's going to happen is all this new stuff is going to be stuck on the prints and things like that. It gives it an extra element to the print itself. I know a lot of people don't want to do that because they're like, well, why aren't you charging for that little thing on there? It's just like because it's part of the whole experience. It's just like getting the autograph. You shouldn't be paying for the person's autograph to sign a print that you just bought. You know, just like the certificate of authenticity. You shouldn't be paying for a certificate of authenticity. You know, and that's just my mentality with it because I remember going to these conventions back in the '90s and early 2000s, and you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to pay for an autograph. You didn't have to pay for a certificate of authenticity. You paid your admission to get in, which at that time was semi high enough, and you didn't have to buy anything else once you got in there, as far as the certificates or autographs or things like that. Now there were some people that did that, and it wasn't horribly priced. It was like $5 or something like that, but that was very rare because back in the day, you just plopped a most of the time, like say Jim Lee, his limit was a 5 piece item, so you could come back in line as many times as you wanted to, but it was five per time that you went back in the line. And he signed everything. He signed whatever you dropped on the table. Didn't matter. And there was no cost to that, you know. And those are the great times. And so I try to give back to the people that come to my table and purchase my merchandise to hang on their walls by not charging them for an autograph, by not charging them for this extra little sticker that's going to go on and remind them whose artwork it is, you know. And from there, they hang it on their wall. They see that bright shiny sticker on there all the time, and it catches their eye, and they go back to it. Like I need to make contact with that person again, those type things. And I'm not hard to find out there. I really am not. And so, but yeah. So the new stuff, the new stuff that's coming out is going to be very very cool. I got books that I got to put into containers to keep them safe from me because my chair butts up against this thing. But I do have the merchandise to take care of that. So, what's going on in your guys' lives that need to be new, that needs to be changed out there? You know, because I know not everybody is going to be like, oh well, I don't need anything changed in my life, which isn't true because we all need to change something in our lives, our exercise routine, how we spend our money. Now if you're a multimillionaire or a trillionaire and you're just spending money on a regular basis, that's on you. Not everybody can do that, And and me, I spend money where I don't need to, and then I pay for it later. you know. And I hate it, and I hate myself for it when I do it, because it's just like, well, you could have put some of that in savings. Well, you could have done this. Well, you could have done that. But instead, no, I, spent it on, a comic book or an action figure. Or did I really need either one of those? Probably not. Uh, but, and then I have circumstances to take care of later when that happens. Oh, well, I needed to have bought this to do this, those type of things. So I am just as guilty. I don't work out enough. I don't, you know, put my money in the right places. I don't eat right. I don't, this, that, or the other. And, uh, and so, all the fingers point back at me, because I am the one at fault for, uh, not making things happen in my own life sometimes. And so it's time for new behaviors, new strategies, if you will. And I can sit here and blame everybody else around me, for my circumstances. And Roy says I need the Thunder to win the series, and that's what's going to happen. I appreciate you, Mr. Roy, Joe, Twinkle Toes, Sparkle Butt, Bradley, Twilight Jr., and I agree with you 100%. The Thunder will hoist that trophy on Thursday night. Congratulations. With all that confetti in the Oklahoma City Thunder colors raining down from the Pacer Stadium, it's going to be awesome and amazing. And so I can't wait. And, but, there are things that we all have to change in our own lives, or we will continue to be on that same cycle, that same, pace of things. It all comes back, and it all comes back around. And so, yeah. So get new stuff in your life. Try new things. Do new things. If you're not working out, go work out. If you're eating too much junk food, greasy burgers and things like that, try a salad. You know, if you are spending money frivolously, try to hold yourself back. You know, try to stock some money away. Put it in a savings account. Those type of things. And order shirts. There's where you can spend your money if you're going to spend money. Nah, if you want to order, please do. You can, like I said, get any of our shirts right now that you're looking for. And again, I'm going to be making up some new ones as well to put out there too. So if you want any of those shirts, hit me up, just like Mr. Kirk Holt did right there. He ordered 3 right here on the live show. And so that's pretty awesome. And they will come in packaged untainted by man's hands, because they have machines that fold these up. They don't touch them. They get printed by a machine. They get folded by a machine. They get packaged. They get this little sticker stuck on the packaging, or on the shirt. Well, no, it's on the packaging. It's not on the shirt. And then it's sent off to me, and then they will be shipped off to you unless you're local, and then we will hand deliver them to you, just like Mr. Roy Joe Sparkle Butt, Twinkle Toes, Bradley Twilight Jr. there. Yep, 100%. I still got to collect on several sales out there. So I've got 6 sales that I still need to collect on, 7 sales to collect on out there right now. And that's cool, though. All shirts are in hand except for 3, which just came in. And we will get that squared away, I am sure. So, there you go. What else is new? What else is going on? Not a whole lot new is going on. Like I said, I've got some new artwork going down right now. I got to get moving on that, because he wants to get a quick book out on it, and this is the cover for it and the back cover. So I've got to get that going. Yeah, no, I know you got me. I mean, you are one of the ones that I was talking about, but I'm not worried about it. And all the ones so far that I've got the shirts in hand and in house for, I'm not worried about. I'm not even worried about Kirk's. I know he'll do the right thing, because he's a good dude like that. And you're a good dude like that too, Mister Roy Joe Twinkle Toes Sparkle Butt Bradley Twilight Loving Jr. out there. So, but yeah, no, it when things come at you in life, how do you handle them? You know, how do you make it new? How do you change things up with it? You know, and that's what it boils down to. And that's why I'm doing new things with the prints and new things with the canvas prints and things like that. Because if I just have the same stock over and over again, excuse me, nothing is new, nothing is exciting, and that's why, you know, I broke out these little guys because these are new and exciting. People don't have this type of stuff sit, sitting on their table. You know, an actual saw blade as a decoration piece. You know, now I used to paint on saw blades, and I've seen a lot of saw blades that have been painted on over the years. And people hang them on their walls and things like that, especially the big saws and the hand saws and things like that. But this is something exciting and new. That's my Billy the Puppet that you just saw from Saw. And then you got Art the Clown that says the art of art painted in blood on here. His little horn that he plays. You know, since he doesn't speak throughout the films. He's just a creepy clown, man. A creepy clown. You know, and that's the type of stuff. You know, I'm into horror big time. You know, I am a horror fanatic, and and I know that's not the wholesome TV that Mr. Holt is looking for out there, and I get that. A lot of people don't like horror movies. Period. The girlfriend tired of them pretty quick, and so we don't watch as many together as we used to. And so I watch a bunch in here while I'm doing artwork. I'll throw something on that I know backwards and forwards, and don't have to sit there and turn around and watch it the whole time. So, uh, we've been watching The New Girl with Zoe Deschanel, and it's pretty funny out there. So if you've never watched it, go check it out. It's on Hulu right now, streaming on Hulu, and it's pretty fun to watch. Uh, Definitely a girly show. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well past couple days, so but that's just me. They give me meds to take, but you know I take them, and it's hit or miss. And if it made you yawn, that just means you're an empathetic person, Mister Holt, and you feel the empathy for others. That's what they say it means. I don't know if that's truly what it means or not. It's all the we started the series from the beginning. I don't know how many seasons there are of it, but I think we're into season 3 already. But no, it's not anything new. It's just this. It's just the reruns of it all. I mean, it's a pretty cute little TV show as far as it goes. Um, Dealing with everyday life, just like we talk about here, and it deals with relationships. It deals with um, finances. It deals with you know just a little bit of everything. You know, and procrastination, anger, and so on and so forth. And I have all that in my life: procrastination, anger, you name it. I probably have it in my life. Because I know I can get angry at the drop of a hat, and I've watched it happen, and I hate it. You know, and and it's not something that I want to continuously happen. It's just something that I know I can't control sometimes. And yes, just like everyday life. And I see myself explode, and I don't like it. I don't like that person because it's not a very lovable character, if you will, to watch that person explode, especially on people or um, on animals or things of that nature. It doesn't mean I go and hit them or beat them. It's just that I I don't even have to do that for one of the animals to cower. It's the tone in the voice, and I don't want that. I really don't want that. And so those are things in my life that have got to become new. Keep myself in check when it comes down to certain things, so that I don't pop off and say the wrong thing. To the right person, and that's happened one too many times. You know, and I do apologize for it all because I am an idiot when it comes to those type of things sometimes. And it is just one of those things that I that's a big change that I want in my life is to not get so angry so fast and turn into the Hulk in 3.2 seconds. You know, and sometimes it's very difficult to make happen because it just happens. It just bam, there it is. It's just like holy shit, what just happened? I went from a nice person to the angriest person in the world in 3.2 seconds. Now I got to go calm down. I got to go beat something. You know, got to go chop a bunch of firewood or go pound some nails or whatever. And welcome, Mister Red Panda Bean. Welcome to the show. Got a bunch of sales going on your computers. And so, if you're looking for a computer for your children, Mister Red Panda Bean, what the heck did you get banned for this time? Sometimes the violations come and you don't even know about it. I get it. Just like Mr. Roy Joe Sprinkle Toes Sparkle Butt Bradley Twilight Jr. got violations the other day and he couldn't message people for a while just because of some fingers, some sparkle fingers that he was sending to people. Not this one, but the other one. And I know I can do that here because I've seen it on many of people's lives or videos and things like that they post that they actually use the real finger, out there. And I see that a lot. And that's the finger he gave in a little emoji. And he's been stopped from messaging people and things like that, and he's limited on what he can do. So probably because I respond to bot accounts and tell them to get bent. That's probably the nice way to say it. That's probably what you said. But no, right now I've gained a ton of followers on TikTok, and I'm almost up to 3,700 followers. And I'm sure the latest one, since I have sitting in my message request right now on TikTok, I have over 170 unread messages waiting for me from bots. Okay, so I get your point with that right there, and it's just like it's ridiculous the amount of bots that are coming at me on a daily basis. I've got 170 some odd. I think it's closer to 190 right now. And on the message request that there's a little but or a little word balloon with a little eyeball on it that's crossed out. If you go inside your messages on your message request, and then there's a hidden message section or spam message, I guess is possibly what it is. Well, there's about 20 inside of that one. And so I'm over 200 messages waiting for me to be read right now on TikTok that are not legit accounts. quite ridiculous. But hey, give me those followers. I love it. Getting me closer to that 10,000 goal. I'm still a long ways off from there, but filtered messages, yes, that's the one. I don't know what it's called. I just know they're in there, and you know, they got message requests, and then now, thank you, Mr. Roy, the filtered messages on the inside of that message request section, and so over 200 unread at this particular juncture, and I haven't even followed any of those back either. So you know, and I haven't seen a legit one yet as I scroll through there. Hey, handsome. Hey, what would happen if I dropped $5,000 into your bank account? Well, I would be a happy person if you did that, you know. But I know what you want to do. I've read your script before. I've seen it a million times, you know. And it's just like, oh, geez, these platforms really need to get a handle on all these bot accounts, you know. That's something new that the social media stream can do is get a handle on the bot accounts. That would be nice. And it's not just on TikTok. It's every platform. Instagram, Facebook, you know, any of these new ones that are popping up, Blue Sky, Flapper. I mean, the list goes on and on. And you know, it's just like, why can't you get a handle on a bot? How do you not know that it's a bot? You know, whenever, oh, it's a new account. It only has one picture in it, you know, and it's a picture from somebody else on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or wherever. And it's just like, why is it so difficult to keep the bots out of your social media systems? You know, and why is it so hard to keep the spam accounts out as well? So all these Nigerians claiming to be, you know, bots attract revenue and bring advertising to a platform. Now, I get that. I get that. But it also is very annoying to continuously, like Evans Kate, let's take her for example. Um, I can give you her backstory. But she's hit me up on every fucking platform that I have. She's hit me up on Instagram. She's hit me up on Facebook. She's hit me up on TikTok several different times under several different accounts. And it's just like every time they interact with me, it's like I'm a new person, like they've never talked to me before in my life. And it's just like, don't you remember messaging me on TikTok? It's just like you're a fucking idiot. And unfortunately, a lot of these are from Nigeria. You know, where a lot of these accounts stem from. And it's just like, you guys are just idiots. You all run from the same script. You all read from the same playbook, and you don't ever change anything up. You know, I've seen your story a million times. You want me to give you your play-by-play? Hold on, just a second. Let me type it in for you. This is what you're gonna say next. You're gonna say you're a God-fearing person. Blah 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 blah. Why would you scam somebody? Blah 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 blah. And it just gets old after a while. So that's why I don't even read most of them anymore. I skim through looking for anything that seems legit, and it's just like, 180 messages and not a legit one. Okay, so I can just delete this whole folder and be done, and go on with life. But no, that's the thing that needs to change on the social spots is all these spam accounts and things of that nature where they're just trying to get the money from the hard-earned people, you know, and that's all they're doing. Miss, what does that mean? Miss, did I miss something? Was that a swing and a miss? But no, that's, and some people fall for it. You know, they're like, oh sweet, I can be your sugar baby for only $35, and you're gonna send me 3,000. That's awesome. Let me just do that. And then they're like, miss the old days of IRC. Yeah, I mean, even MySpace didn't have this problem back in the day, you know, and and Yahoo Messages and things of that nature didn't have this issue. The chat rooms that you could go into, and yeah, there was those people that were the creepy people that were just luring people in, those type things, which you have everywhere. And but before, all the stuff that you used to interact with was a lot more innocent than it is today, you know. And it somebody's comment was filtered to protect the community's experience. So somebody said something out there that got restriction already. And since it's everybody out there typing, I don't know what was said, so it was filtered. So type it in a different way. Targeting ads for fun, yeah, because they know what you. I mean, like now, you can say something like Image Comics, and pretty soon that's all your feed is going to be. Is nothing about it. Is everything about Image Comics. You know. Oh no, me again. I guess. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know what you said or what you typed in there, but yeah, you got the community filtered right there. Thanks again, Mr. Roy, Joe, Twinkle Toes, Sparkle Butt, Twilight Junior in there. But yeah, and or talk about Lincoln Park. And pretty soon, that's all you're gonna see on your news feed. Lincoln Park this, Lincoln Park's new album, Lincoln Park yada 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 yada. You know, and it's very it's almost in a creepy way. Because you can think something even, and then pretty soon you'll start seeing advertisements for what you thought. So, are we microchipped already from our vaccines back in the day? I'm a bad boy, bro. Yes, we know you are. We know you are, Mr. Roy, Joe, Twinkle Toes, Sparkle Butt, Bradley Twilight Jr. Just for watching Twilight, that's bad enough. You know, just like that video that Audrey sent me on TikTok, and that's me to a T when it came to watching Twilight. And I sent it to you, and you put the laughing emojis to it because that was me when my kids drug me to the theater to watch the first one, and it's been me ever since watching any clip of it at all. And it's just quite humorous to me, but it is what it is. So, but no, it's all fun and games. I got it from hanging with you, I believe. You got what? A winning nature from the Oklahoma City Thunder? Yes, I agree with that 100%. And hoisting that trophy Thursday night. Bum, bum, bum. Oklahoma City Thunder is your new NBA champions. That'll be fun. Thursday night, which is the 19th, I believe, because today is the 17th. Is that correct? Yes, or I wouldn't be on. Go Thunder. Yes, I agree. 100%. I agree. I'm glad you agree with all this stuff, Roy. I'm glad you're an Oklahoma Sooners fan and a Thunder fan. I appreciate that 100%. And you're a good dude for liking those teams with me, so I appreciate it. And there you go. I really should switch over to my other mic cover because I'm not out in the wind, and that's all this does is. Oh no, there it is. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Here's the other mic cover. Right there. That's the mic cover right there. Because this is for when I'm out in a windy day and it's supposed to buffer the wind. But right now it has to buffer the thunder. But luckily there is no storm forecasted for today. I can actually get out in the yard and start reworking on my coop some more. I'm kind of at a standstill with that because I've got to put concrete floor down, and that's my holdup right now. So I got to put the only team that matters that we both love is the Dallas Cowboys. That's true, and you love the Oklahoma City Thunder and the OU Sooners, so I appreciate that too. You know, you're gonna come on here and say no, that's a lie. You're lying again, all that good stuff. But we all know deep down inside those are your jump bandwagon teams right there. Because you tell me the scores faster than anybody else I know. You keep up with them. That's how I know you're a true fan. When you can't keep the other teams out of your mouth. Go Oklahoma Sooners. Yes. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. Roy, it's all fun and games, man. It's all fun and games. Put this bright, shiny damn thing away. I love them. But it's like getting that extra piece of sunshine from oh, right there, like they used to do in the old movies, like Star Trek TV series, where they would take that foil cover and shine it in people's faces for that extra added effect off camera. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all fun and games. But no, it's time for the newness to happen. It's time for new things to happen in life, and you um, that's why we do the things that we do. That's why we, order new prints. We order things to go with the prints because that's just a cool little thing. It's just a cool little deal, and it's just an added bonus whenever you get that print in. That it's like, oh, I didn't realize that was going to be on there, and it gives it a little bit extra flair, if you will. And you know, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's just fun to give back, to the people that buy your artwork, and it is just one of those little cool things. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do is to give back to the fans, excuse me, that purchase stuff from me on a regular basis. And once I get back into the comic book scene, the comic book conventions for 2026, again, I've got to go ahead and start booking some now for January and on, and go from there. But it should be fun and exciting, no matter what happens from now on, because there's going to be new stuff. There's going to be cool things. There's going to be, different things that haven't been shown at the shows before. So I'm looking forward to that. I got to get hustle and bustle on all this artwork that's sitting here right now, and it's just one of those things that you procrastinate a lot on certain things, and I procrastinated for long enough, and that's just hurting me personally because I'm not getting done what I feel like should be done already, and so it's time for the new. It's time to stop procrastinating and get off my arse and do things, you know. And that's that. So, but no, the show is not finished, Roy. So you're not going to bed just yet. You're not going to bed with the Oklahoma City Thunder with the win right there, the win, the W right there. Or should I do it that way? The W is that better? That's the W. No, I do have a lot of stuff that I've got to get done. I got to get some new orders in, those type of things, and I got a lot of artwork to get busy on myself. So, um, but yeah, it's neither here nor there with it all. It's just me. I gotta stop procrastinating with it and get busy. Gotta bust it. I got you know 5 pieces of artwork right here that I gotta get done, and it's just sometimes you feel like you're getting overwhelmed with things, and you are, 100%. And it's just like, well, you gotta take. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One bite at a time. No rain. I'm gonna swing by my bank and then roll through your hood. Okay. 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 That's cool. I mean, your shirt's sitting right here. It's all good, man. Whenever you want to roll through, you can roll through. Just like the thunder roll. I'm glad you made that reference of rolling. Rolling thunder. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. You're a true supporter of other people's teams, and I appreciate it. And the driveway is almost complete. I think he's going to put a touch more gravel in there. I'm not 100% sure. But he was able to smooth it out yesterday since there was no rain. And he picked up his equipment. He is going to continue uh, putting in the pipe that we're purchasing to go down the rest of the way so that I will have a flat yard all the way down. I don't have to do a ditch anymore. I don't have to mow a ditch anymore by hand. So I get to run my yard tractor, my lawnmower, my riding lawnmower across it, and not have to worry about going into a ditch and getting stuck like I do at the neighbor's house, since I'm mowing their yard while the dad is out of town for 2 months. So there you go. But we're about to have some nice weather. Yeah, it's going to get hot here in Arkansas pretty quick, especially the humidity. But, you got to work outside to get used to it. A lot of people are like, oh my God, it's so hot outside. I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm melting. Yes, I've heard it. I've heard it firsthand from everybody on Facebook and things like that. They're like, oh my Lord, I can't stand it outside. Why? Because of a little humidity? Get out in it. Live it. Be in it. Get away from the AC. Gonna rain tonight and tomorrow, buddy. Yeah, I mean, it's what happens. I knew that there was some rain coming in the forecast. That's why I'm gonna be doing some mowing today at some point in time after I get some artwork done, and we'll go from there. So as long as it holds off for a little while, I'm good. You know, my poor chicken's feet out there are becoming nastified in all the mud that they're walking around in, and it sucks because they want some dryness too, and it just sucks. I mean, yesterday was a good day. It kind of helped dry out the situation, but there's so much water seeping out of the ground back there right now that it's not even funny. And now, like you said, tonight and tomorrow there's more rain coming into the forecast, and um, and it just sucks. I mean, we're not Seattle. We are definitely not Seattle. We want some of that normalcy around here. And when it comes to no rain, rain, go away, right? And so we're looking forward to some dry weather so that the chicken's feet can dry out some. And I mean, they get to a spot where they find some dry ground in the grasses and things like that. So it's helping them out. And I need to get their feet in some soapy bath water to wash off all the mud and gunk on their legs and stuff like that. So because they're unfortunately the coop that they're in now with the run, I mean they're out to free range at once sunlight comes, and but the coop they're in right now is just nothing but 3 inches of mud, and you sink pretty deep inside of it whenever you walk in there to collect eggs and things like that. Oh, thank you, TikTok. I would not have lived without doing this little puzzle piece. Thank you very much. And so they need some dryness in their life, and that's why we're redoing the coop itself with a concrete floor. and that way critters can't tunnel underneath as well, meaning big critters like wolves or raccoons or things of that nature. But yeah, no, that's going to be exciting. Going to be fun to get that concrete floor in. It's just going to take a minute, just because I got to do it when it's not raining, and I got to have the money to do it. Those type things. So I've got to call around and get a couple more estimates before I start doing anything, because I've already priced it out buying it per the bag, and I need 81 bags of 80-pound concrete, which is close to $500 with taxes. You know, and then there's another option, 1 yard at a time to pour in there. I'm not exactly sure how many yards I need right off the top of my head, but it's a 12 by 12 spot by 4 inches deep. So I've got to take that into account. And then there's also just having the truck come in and pump it in, and then me smooth it out after they've dumped the concrete, and they go home and I do the rest. So there's plenty of options that I can use and do. So I just got to figure out which one's the best and economic way to do it. So there's that. Plus, I got bills to pay. Things that we procrastinate on. Not bills so much, but I mean, there are occasions that I do procrastinate on bills, but that's just me. And but yeah, and then you have the consequences for those, the late fees. But it's neither here nor there on any of that either. So, but no, it's time for it to do some new things. So if you haven't done new things in your life, like working out or eating healthy or stopping the sodas or anything like that, give it a try sometime. You know, drink more water, especially on these hot days. I know there's people out there that don't drink water, period. And it's just like, well, how are you even functioning? Because your body needs that water. Well, it's the ice in the drink that I'm drinking. Oh, so you're getting like an less than an ounce of water. Okay, gotcha. That's gonna keep your body hydrated. What color is your pee right now? you know. Um, but no, you do what you want to do. If you want to try and do new things in your life, then make it happen. You know, we can't always do new things because sometimes it's just difficult to do that. So, and sometimes it's more cost efficient just to keep doing what you've been doing, because eating healthy can suck and cost a lot of money sometimes. You know, and not everybody's got a fat bank account, because some people just like to spend their money on things. You know, and that's me. I've done my fair share of spending, and I'm tired of it. In reality, because I don't need anything. In honest reality, I don't need anything. I've got enough junk here to choke a rhino on. You know, and it's time to start getting rid of some stuff. In reality, just to clear up stuff, clear up space, because whenever you got stuff just piling up everywhere, it's not very good. Because then you're just knocking shit over, and it doesn't make for a good conducive life because you've got so much clutter around you. But things can change, things can get better, things can become new again, you know? And that's what I'm looking forward to, is new things happening. And they are happening. They're happening slow. But we'll get there. We'll get to the new, as far as, you know, all the new prints to come in. I've got to that's the biggest thing right now, is I got to figure out which ones I truly want to turn into canvas prints. Excuse me, and which ones I want to turn into just your regular 11 by 17 prints. Now, whatever I get in a canvas print will also be an 11 by 17 print, so that makes it easier on that token. Um, but I'm going to avoid the pitfall of printing everything out as a print, because not everything's sold, you know, as a print. So, um, so why print everything up? Because that would be quite a few pieces of you know, stuff on the back wall. And I want stuff that's going to sell on a regular basis. You know what's going to be next? One of my shirts? My crow shirt. That's going to be next. That's going to happen. Yep, one of my crow shirts is going to happen. It's got to happen because it's a cool design. I really loved it. But that is it for today, folks. I appreciate each and everybody stopping here, checking out the channel. Please like, share, and follow. Go up here. Not you guys up here on Facebook and YouTube, but right here on TikTok. You can go up here, go to my website. You can follow the rest of my socials, and you can catch this show in its entirety on my YouTube channel and or on my Facebook platforms, on my personal page and my business page. 412 Art Productions is where it is on there. But we are 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. I am Monty Anderson, your host. We are out, and as I like to say, as I leave you guys, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.